Good evening, friends. Greetings from Anukelka's Python Academy. So today we back with some another dataset, that is Zomato data analysis. Zomato dataset. So before moving to these datasets, as you all know, Zomato is a food chain company. Okay, in India, it is one of the most popular Indian multinational restaurant aggregator and food supply chain, which was founded in year of 2008. Okay? And it provides information about menus, user review, restaurant, as well as food delivery options, and they are partnered from multiple restaurant over the Indian cities. And they have some of the features with this Zomato, like food delivery, restaurant discovery, review and rating, offers and discount. Overall, Zomato is convenient and user-friendly platform for foodies to discover new restaurants, order food online, and enjoying great dining experience and beverages. Okay, so based on that, we have one data set as a Zomato data. So let's go to the first data set here. So if you see here, we are using four libraries as a NumPy. Pandas, as you all know, it is one of the most famous or popular data manipulation library, through which library we can analyze the data, we can manipulate the data. Rather than we will visualize the data with the help of Matplotlib and Seaborn library. So first we will try to load the dataset in our system with the help of Pandas by using read underscore CSV method, a function. Under the read underscore CSV function, we are passing the name of dataset and datasets. So our name of the dataset file is Zomato data.csv. It is a comma separated value, as you all know. And we have created a data frame as a data frame. And within the, now we are using head function with the data frame, which retrieve the top 5 records by default. Okay. So what they are showing in data frame, they are showing the name of the restaurant, whether they take online order or not, in that order, in that restaurant, whether the book table facilities available or not, what are the ratings out of 5. So in Jalsa the rating is 4.1 out of 5. In Spice Elephant restaurant again it is 4.1. In San Siro Cafe again it is a 3.8 out of 5. Okay, so like this, how many people have voted for this restaurant? So there are 775. 918 people have voted for Century Cafe. And how many, what are the cost for the two people, those who are dining in that specific restaurant? So few of the restaurant cost 800 for two peoples. Few of the restaurant list cost for two people, that is 300. And whether they provide which kind of facility, buffet system or any another one. Okay. So likewise we will see these all are the data related to Zomato. Okay, so now we have created data frame, they were showing the multiple data. So now let's convert the data type into rate. So if you see in the rate column, they had given you rating out of 5. Okay, but here if you see next one after that, with the help of, if you try to see the what are the data types of all, wait for a moment, I have to run this one. It will take few seconds to run. Okay, so with the help of data type function, they will show you what are the data types of specific column. So we have basically 7 columns. Out of 7, 2 columns are integer type votes and approximate cost, but here the rate column, which is string type, so it is important. So 2 of the column out of 7 1, 2 of the column out of 7 1 is integer type, so we have to convert the data type rate into float to remove the denominator. So denominator is out of how many, out of rating, maximum rating. So we don't want this 5, we want only exact rating, those were provided by the specific user to the specific, to all the user to the specific restaurants. So here we had created one function where that is a handle rate, where we are passing the rating column as a value, while applying the split function to the specific column. It will split the uh, split from slash, and it will convert it into the list, and that will be stored into the value. So in the value list we have two list of items, so we want only first one, therefore we will use indexing of list 0. So it will take only first rating, what is the exact rating which was given by the specific to all the user, that is this one, and this is a value of 1. It is a value of 2, we required only this one. Okay, that's why we had written, we are passing the indexing to the value list as a 0, and it will rating is provided in float type, therefore we will return as a float value. Okay, so we have created a data frame again, but this time we had modified the values of the rate column from the data frame while applying the handle rate functionality to the, or to the rate column to all the functionality. So they will remain with the original rating given by the specific user to all the restaurant. Okay, so now with the help of info function, so with the help of info function, it gives the summary of data set. So basically we have 148 entries starting from index 0 to 148. We have 7 columns total, that is a name, online order, book table, rate, vote, what are the approximate cost for the 2 people listed in, and they will shows how many values are null, that is missing, how many values are not null. So we have all the where columns of the values are not null, and they have specified the data type of each of the columns. So if you see, we have 4 string type data type of the all column. So usually in Pandas, string type value should be represented as an object. Okay, rate column is of decimal type, therefore we represent as in float 64-bit. Vote and approximate cost, it is of integer type, therefore it will represent as an int 64. So conclusion from this info, we get from this summary we concluded that there is no null values are present in this data set. Okay, all the values are filled. Okay, there is no missing value. So the conclusion is there is no null values in the data frame. So now we will see how many types of data frame here. Okay, so with the help of Seaborn, we have created a count plot. With the help of count plot, we were trying to count how many types of, how many persons are listed in the specific all the restaurant. So within the count plot function, we had passing the, on the x-axis we are passing the values from the data frame of column listed in type, and we were trying to give the label of the x-axis. Therefore for that we will use plt.xlabel, that is a type of restaurant. So it will show, wait, I have tried to minimize first. Okay, so it will show there are 4 types of restaurant: dining, cafes, buffet or other. So most of the people or visitors prefer dining restaurant. Okay, and very, there are the very least people those who prefer buffet. Okay, from this count plot we will get, we will get one short surety. Most of the people prefer dining part, dining restaurant. Okay, so now the majority of restaurant fall into the dining part. This is a category, this is a conclusion we get from this count plot. Okay, so dining restaurant are preferred by large number of individuals. Okay, so here now we try to form a group by function on list type with the help with the vote. So basically we were try to group all the votes specific to the list type. How many people are voted for dining restaurant, how many people are voted for buffet, how many people are, how many people are voted for cafes, and how many people have voted for others. So basically we are trying to count. So for that we are trying to group all the list type, and we had created this group data as in data frame. Once we created as in data frame, okay, so we were trying to plot that data under the line, under the line chart. Okay, so if you see this one, again I have to minimize. Okay, if you see on x-axis we are trying to provide the type of restaurant. So basically we have 4 types of restaurant: buffet, cafe, dining and others. And on y-axis we are trying to say how many persons have voted in terms of thousands. Okay, so if you see, there are the very least people those who have voted for buffet restaurant. There are most of the people voted for dining restaurant. So there are, so there are nearly more than 20,000 visitors those who are voted for dining part, dining type of restaurant. Okay, from this we got this conclusion. So the majority of restaurant receive the rating here. So for that we first set the size of plot. For that we will use plt, that is a plot, that is the alias of matplotlib for matplotlib.pyplot. we were trying to check the figure size. For that we are using the attribute of figure, that is a fixed size, that is in 6 by 6 horizontal and vertical form. While we are creating a box plot from the Seaborn library. On x-axis we are trying to provide the data on online order from the data frame. We get values from this column on x-axis. We get values from the rate column on y-axis. They will provide all the ratings. And here we are trying to create a box plot. If you see, this is a 25 percentile, this is a 50 percentile, this is a 75, this is a maximum. So this is like that. So most of the restaurant, most of the people prefer online order, and they had given the rating in between 3.75 to till above 4 and in between 4.25. But those who are not prefer online order, that means they are personally go to the restaurant and take order and take their food or order. So here are most of the people are voted from 3.50 above and in between 3.75, and there are very least people those who have ordered till in between 2.75 to 3. Okay, so from this we will conclude that here offline order receive very lower rating as compared to online order. Okay, so which obtained excellent rating. So now we have created here pivot table under the data frame, where we are trying to create a pivot table on specific column, that is a listed type. And when we are saying listed types, so basically we are getting the how many types of restaurants there. Okay, there are some of the restaurant prefer buffet, some of the restaurant prefer dining part, some of the restaurant prefer cafe, and some of the restaurant prefer another type of restaurant or other part. Okay, so basically we are applying the aggregate function count. We are trying to count how many people prefer buffet restaurant, how many people prefer cafe restaurant, how many people prefer dining restaurant. So for that we had created here heat map under the Seaborn library. In under the Seaborn library we had created a heat map. Within the heat map we are providing the data from the pivot table, exactly, which is the data frame, and a naught is equal to true, which will, while keeping the a naught is equal to true, that means they are providing the label and which color has shown what is the exact rate for those specific area or those specific restaurant. Here we are using the color map, that is a yellow, green and blue. So for that they are providing the colors of heat map in combination of yellow, green and blue, and format they are provided. So we get the rating in terms of decimal form. Okay. On if you try to give the title of the heat map, so for that we are using the plt.title function, and within the title function we are provide the what is the title for the heat map. So we are trying to give the title of the heat map is heat map. On x-axis what we are trying to set the label. So for that we are using the plt.x label, that is online order. On y-axis we are trying to give the listed in type with the help of a by label, and with the help of plt.show function it will represent the heat map. Okay. So if you see, most of the people prefer dining area because their count is 77, and those who are not prefer online order. Okay, there are very least people those who prefer another type of restaurant. But if you see only those who are preferred for online order, they also prefer dining type of area, because there are the 33 peoples or 33 restaurants those prefer dining type of restaurant in online order, as well as in offline order. Those who are not prefer online order, that means they are using offline order. They are personally visit the restaurant, they take their orders. Okay, so they also prefer dining type of area, means they had personally visit that restaurant, and they within that they have food has been served by the waiter, and they are personally going to eat. Okay, so that with the help of heat map we will one sure we were sure online or offline order, both type of customer prefer dining type of restaurant. Okay, so basically the from here we have concluded this Zomato data analysis. So dining restaurant primarily accept offline order, whereas cafe primarily receive online orders. So this suggests that client prefer to place order in restaurant but prefer online order at cafe. That means those who are prefer online ordering, they give order at cafes. Those who are prefer offline order, they primarily place their order at restaurant. Okay, so this is the analysis of the Zomato. If you have any confusion regarding this Zomato data analysis, please feel free to comment. This is of today. Thank you. Have a nice day.